It's the long awaited chapter for everyone and a lot of people because I've heard great things about this chapter. It is 3.1 in Wuthering Waves, everyone. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another video. Today, we'll be going over the chapter I did today, or 2 days ago. 3.1 and how good it was. So, let's get right into it. So, if you guys don't already know, 3.1 is talking about a girl named Amyth. I'm gonna call her Amy for short, and it's easier off the tongue, of course. And her adventures with us throughout the chapter. Now, I think if you guys have played Honkai Star Rail in all of Chapter 3, then you're probably not going to be too surprised about this arc. I think, personally for me, in my honest opinion about this chapter, it was very good. It is one of the better chapters. I will not doubt that. Was I super like, wow, that's like, it's blowing out of my mind? Like, no, I don't think it's that good. Well, was it very good though? It was pretty good. I won't lie, it was pretty good. I just don't think it was like a 11 out of a 10 like some people think that it is. It's pretty good. I'll give it a solid like 8, maybe 9, maybe probably I'll say 8. So starting from the beginning, we have this girl named Amy in our classroom just wandering around, messing with us, stuff like that. It is your typical like love story involving like a protagonist and a ghost. We'll be talking more about this throughout the video, but Amy is theoretically a ghost and only we can see her. So sounds familiar? Yeah, there's a lot of animes that involves like a protagonist being able to see only a ghost girl and then they fall in love and stuff like that, right? You guys have seen all of that stuff. So throughout the story, we talk about the background, stuff like that. And then right around the halfway mark, after our long adventures, probably like 2 or 3 hours of hanging out with this girl, we learned the truth. So that truth is, we in the past, before we lost our memories, took care of this girl. Yeah, so she's our daughter, right? Quote unquote daughter. And then it is our job to get her back, except she has a terrible fate in which she is soul bounded to a giant mecha and her body is forever lost. Yeah, that's most of the story right there. So the reason why a lot of people like this chapter is not only because, one, we get a cool pink hair girl with the mech and stuff like that. It's also because of the daughter and father scenario that some people are very into. Now, if you guys remember, about like 2 or 3 years ago, I made a video talking about Blue Archive and this one chapter I really like, which is like the best story arguably in Blue Archive, and how it made me like almost cry. Similar scenario here. You're put in this scenario where you want to keep your daughter safe, you want to take care of your kids or whatever, and you want to protect them from harm, right? Kind of a similar situation here. In this case, your daughter is bound by fate to this robot, and later on you discover that she goes back in time because she has to save the whole country or planet or whatever it is, and then she has to go through this loop over and over again until God knows how long. Yeah, sounds familiar, right? Yeah, sounds exactly like 3.4 in Honkai Star Rail. Yeah, you're thinking about it right, just like me. And then it's up to us to break that loop and to save her, and then everything is good to go. Now, I'm confident that we will save her. I don't think this is the kind of game that's going to be like, oh, this character is gone forever or something like that, right? Even like Honkai Star Rail at the end of 3.0 X or whatever, it's like, yeah, these characters are in your memories in a book somewhere, they're not gone or whatever, they'll be back in the future, something like that. Similar scenario here. Now, the reason why it didn't really like struck me as like a super crazy story is that this entire arc happened within like a 4 to 5 hour like playthrough. Now, I get it, there are some love movies and stuff like that are like 2 hours long that captures a story, a moment like perfectly, and some people get upset about that. Don't get me wrong, I've been there before. It's just, I don't know, I feel like since this is just a segment of a very long arc throughout this game or this patch, it doesn't really mean like it's over. Like, I get it, like the character is bounded by a mech and she's embedded through an endless loop of whatever, and then we have to save her, stuff like that. but it's only like 3.1. Like we still have 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, 3.6, assuming it goes up to like 3.8 or something. There's like another 8 months or so of content to the point where we actually can save her. So I'm not worried. We're gonna save her. So like it's gonna happen. Like at the moment, yes, it's kind of sad, but I'm not like, oh, that's super crazy. I'm not gonna be like, whoa, I'm gonna cry over this, even though I met this character like 4 hours ago, and then bam, she's my daughter, and I gotta save her and stuff like that, right? Now, again, I think if you guys aren't familiar with this kind of story, it can be kind of like that. Like you guys don't know about the whole girl ghost love story, or you never played through Honkai Star Rail 3.x, then you might be like new to this and be like, wow, this is a very, very good story, right? So to me, I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's like top tier, but I think it's above average. I think it's one of the better Wuthering Waves stories by far. I actually sit there and watched the whole 4 hours or whatever of it. Albeit some moments I was like just spacing out, but I did read and watch most of it, and it was pretty good. I won't lie, it was pretty good. Like going through the ice area, traveling around with Amy and stuff like that, it was pretty fun, don't get me wrong. I did enjoy my time with it, and honestly, if they are to keep the hype and story around this level, which I doubt, because Amy is the Sentinel Resonator of this update, so like there's basically no one aside from Hiyuki who is like a user of a Sentinel Resonance that's gonna be up to par with these characters. Like I've done 3.2 already with Luke and Sigrika, and oh my god, they don't even hold a feather to how good Amy's story is. So if they do keep this momentum up for like certain chapters, I think this game will do really, really well. I'm not a big fan of the recent Honkai Star Rail story in 4.x. It is so boring for me. But Wuthering Waves, though, they have an opportunity to capitalize on that for me, and I think it's a good thing, because I'm not really a gacha story kind of guy. So by all means, I'm just like, when I see a story, I'm just gonna skip it. Like right now, I'm doing like finishing up Sigrika. And I'm like, skip, because I'm trying to get ready for Hiyuki, which is tomorrow's banner. How great is that? So, I did enjoy it. It was pretty good. It was a long 4 hours, though. I'll say that much. But I did enjoy it. So, if they do something similar to that throughout the next, like, let's say, every other or every 2 other chapters or whatever, I think this game could be really, really good. So far, I love Laharoi compared to Renacita, because Renacita is just, oh my god, it was so boring. But so far though, the vibes of Laharoi is just so much better compared to Renacita, and if they make stories like as good as Amy, I feel like they're gonna be in a very good spot in the future for a couple years, or for the next year or so, because there's a lot of hyped up characters coming out, like Hiyuki, Lucilla. Next continent might be some crazy stuff as well too, so I'm very looking forward to it. And I do expect great things in the upcoming chapter for 3.3, because it's Hiyuki's banner. I'm very excited for that. And yeah, overall though, I do think it's very good. I hope they keep up the good work. And yeah, I don't have anything bad to say about it. Like I don't think it's like my favorite story of all time. Like, it is good for a gacha story, but there are ones I like better, like in terms of animes or movies I enjoy quite more. But for a gacha game story though, this is easily one of the best ones I've played so far. Easily. So that's all I gotta say. I'm keeping this video short because I got a lot of grinding to do, because the banner for Hiyuki is tomorrow. So I'll leave you guys with this video. Thank you guys for watching as always, and tomorrow hopefully it's the big day. We're gonna pull a lot, and hopefully we get some wins in, because I really want to get the Sequence 6, Resonant Chain 6 on the first day. So thank you guys for watching as always. I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.